Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I review the latest movies and documentaries. Today, I'm going to talk about Vanishing on 7th Street movie. If you're interested in this topic, make sure to watch this video until the end and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. So the movie starts and we see a man. His name was Paul, who was sitting in the theater reading a book. Paul actually used to work in this theater itself, so while reading this story, he went to convert the film reel. Then suddenly I don't know what happened. All the lights go off. There was darkness everywhere. When Paul went outside and looked, there was no one outside. Only emergency lights were on and people's clothes were lying there. Then a security guard comes from outside. When he also sees all this, one is surprised that the entire theater mall was completely empty, where a few moments ago there were so many people, but it was completely deserted and the security guards together started searching for the people. Suddenly the light on Paul's helmet was also about to go off. Paul hits his light hard so that it comes back on. When he looks at the cutie card, it has also disappeared. Then Paul sees that there is a shadow that is chasing him. Now he runs away from there. After this we see a girl who was searching here and there for her Noma child in the hospital, and yet her eyes fall on the operation theater, where a man was undergoing surgery, but there was no doctor there. Here also only doctor's clothes were lying there. Suddenly the lights switch off. The patient had also disappeared. After this we see another character in the story whose name is Luke. There was a reporter. When he wakes up and sees his wife at home, it is as if his wife was not there anywhere. He gets ready for his office and had come out of his apartment while reading the newspaper. Then while reading he realizes that this bar is 1 day old. When he came out and saw, there were cars parked everywhere. He also sees a plane crashing a short distance away. Similarly, 3x3 pass, trying to drive the car. As soon as he gets into the car, this nervous man comes up to him and starts asking for a flashlight, but Luke didn't listen to the man. After some time, a shadow covers the shadow and makes the man disappear. Seeing yes, Leo gets nervous and gets out of his car. In the meantime we see a little girl. The girl whom Leo was watching also had a flashlight in her hand. Luke comes to the truck sometime. Going inside the truck he finds some player lights. Luke had come to the bar with all those things. There too the knights were asking for water. People quickly go outside in 20 minutes and increase the power of the generator, due to which the lights were restored. Then he finds a boy there with a gun and brings him out of the basement. Seeing all this, Leo explains to the boy that if you kill me, there will be no one here to help you. You will be left alone. Lucas asks the boy his name. He tells that my name is James. James tells Luke that my dad is the owner of this bar and my mom has gone to the nearby church to ask for help. He tells him to come with me. The light that is burning here is burning from the generator. Once the generator's fuel runs out, the lights will also switch off. But James refuses to go with her because his mom told him to stay here. He says, look, it is 11 o'clock in the morning and it is so dark outside. The sun won't be out for long either. Whoever remains in darkness, the black shadow will make that person disappear. Crocodile James was not ready to go with him. Then here comes the same girl whom we saw in the hospital who was searching for her child. She also came here and asked both of them about her child and started searching for Leo here and there. Deco tells him that there is no one here except us. It seemed as if that girl had gone mad. She picks up the gun from there and fires. When she becomes a little relaxed, now she tells them, I did not get along with my husband. I thought that my husband might have stolen my child and brought it here, because he used to come to this bar often. Now she starts telling about herself. From here we are also shown the boy's passport. She was a doctor. One day, when I was doing my duty in the hospital and went to smoke a cigarette for some time, suddenly all the lights went off. That shadow had come and started making everyone disappear one by one. Services of those who had light, and she was saved because she had the light of the lighter. When he returned home the next morning, his child had also disappeared. So from here the story again comes to the present. Leo asks him, how are you still alive? Here she takes out many lights from her bag which glowed in the dark. She tells that, with their help, all three of them hear a man's voice in the bar which was coming from outside. The one who was shouting help help help, takes his light and goes outside and looks. He meets a man at the bus stand who was none other than Paul, whom we saw in the theater at the beginning of the story. Luke starts picking her up and bringing her with him towards the bar. But the Lucy light had stopped on the way and that shadow was also moving towards them. That's why Luke quickly lit his flare lights, due to which the shadow stops there. Inside the bar, James also heard his mom's voice, hearing which he started going out. But soon he is stopped by the lady doctor who was searching for her child. Otherwise James was also going to come under the influence of that sigh. This meant that he used to say hello Snapdeal to all the people. That is, he would show people poor voices and thoughts as if their beloved was calling them and then make them his victims and make them disappear. On the other hand, Luke was also bringing the pole towards the bar. Its lights had also gone out. But somehow he quickly brought the goal to the bar. When Paul regains consciousness he asks about Lucas. He tells that I used to work in a theater and a black sign attacked me. I don't know what happened next, but when I regained consciousness I somehow reached the bus stand where there was light. He further says, I thought that perhaps some aliens have come to our world and have attacked our world. Or it is also possible that the scientists' experiments have gone wrong, due to which the door to another world has opened and aliens have come here. The lady doctor there who was looking for her child says there is nothing like that. I feel that God has been decorating us. This is the result of our sins. Just then the lights of the bar started flickering. Luke and Paul quickly turn on the generator. Meanwhile, Paul tells them the story. It is said that Pole people used to live in a colony, but when the government sent trucks to them for food supply, there was no one there. The entire city suddenly became astounded. Everyone had disappeared. When the team making the cake went there without any material, they found a word written on the wall. Lady Doctor asks what was the meaning of that word. Ball tells that no one has understood its meaning till date. While explaining that it was hardly a kind of warning, Pole also regained consciousness because he was still badly injured. The lady doctor picks him up and makes him lie down on the old table. He had gone to get ice for Lucas and here he remembers some memories of his past aunt that when he had gone to the office, he had watched some videos after his wife's disappearance, after watching which he came to know that people follow some shadow have disappeared because of this. There I also saw a video of a man who was telling that everyone must keep a light with them, otherwise the shadow will take them along with itself. He had told that the shadow keeps people from following him. I came to know about this when I heard my brother's voice, but he had died 7 years ago, so you all have to be careful, and he asks everyone to come to Chicago and also gives his number. Just when I was about to note down the number, the lights went off and there was a black shadow behind it. Before that shadow attacks Luke, he had pushed back all the layers from the window there, due to which light started coming in and the shadow went away from there. The story again comes to the present where he was sitting and doing all this. He now tells all this about that man in the bar. Jesus Case has seen the video and says we all have to go to Chicago. He tells that there are people who are left alive. I've also got a truck that still has a working battery, but we'll have to push it here somehow. Now everyone accepts this. Luke and Lady Doctor go out to get the truck. They left James with Pole to take care of him. After they leave, James also starts having 12 strange thoughts. He sees a crowd of 12 people. Sometimes when Pole Chip asks him for water, he regains consciousness. Now when he goes to get water for Pole, the lights of the bar start flickering. Outside, both Luco and Lady Doctor were trying to repair the truck. During this time, Luke's leg got injured and hence he decided to sit there and rest for some time. Then he sees a little girl in front of him. Both of them call a boo so that he can help her. But when the children see Sai coming after them, they get scared and run away from there. Leo was trying to stop the girl and runs after her, due to which he falls and his light also goes out. Just then the shadow was moving towards the Look. Seeing this, Lady Doctor quickly switched on the light of the truck so that Luke's life could be saved. On the other hand, James had not yet reached Pole 12 with water. When he wanted to find James, he found James's glow light in the bathroom, but he himself was missing. Pole Up searches for him and reaches the basement, where he sees a tunnel. When it goes inside, there was a wall ahead and then the shadow attacks it. was afraid of all this and went to the poles, meaning it was just a dream of the pole. But now in reality the lights of the bar go off and the sign of pole had disappeared. When James, who was saved because of his glow light, came and saw the pole, only his clothes were lying there and he had disappeared. On the other hand, the lights of Luke and Lady Doctor's truck were also about to go off. Luca Bost tries to run a torch with gasoline from the truck to provide light. But he had neither matchstick nor lighter. That's why Lady Doctor brings Luke to a nearby hospital. They come back to the place where they used to work and get matches. They put out the fire quickly, which saved their lives. Just then the Lady Doctor hears the sound of her child crying and she comes out following the same sound. She sees a swing lying at the end of the road. When she went near it and looked, the stove was empty. Actually, that shadow wanted to mislead them, and that is why now Lady Doctor also disappears, because she had come in the darkness without any light. He somehow comes near the bar. Here the lights of the inter-bar also start getting extinguished in the jail. Leave comes inside the bar and takes James with him, takes out fuel from the generator, puts it in the truck and leaves. Luke had come far away from that area with James. He sees that the bonnet of the truck is open. That's why when he stops it at one place and starts fixing it, AIIMS's eyes fall on the church in front. He felt that maybe his mom was still inside. Luke tries to stop James, but he is not ready to accept anything he says. James senses a shadow inside, just in time to recover the clock, and tells Chams to come back, but James doesn't listen to him. Then suddenly the lights of the truck go off, along with which the people also disappeared. Now that shadow was about to attack James. James, who was very scared, goes and sits between the burning candles in the church, but gradually all the candles are extinguished. When morning comes, we are shown there was a candle still burning, because of which Jim had not all disappeared. After some time, the same girl comes there who had earlier run away after seeing Luke. When he was about to leave, the girl stops him and shows him her solar light, due to which she was still alive. That's why now she asks James to come with her. Both of them had come out. Ravi sees a horse, sits on it and starts leaving from here. Out of so many people, only James and the little girl were left. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this movie and what other movies or documentaries you want me to review next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching and see you next time.